We're going to be taking up our study of the Westminster Confession where we left off. In chapter 1, we're just blazing along. We've gone all the way from chapter 1 to chapter 1. And next week, well, there's a lot of material to go over. Let's face it. And it's dense material, it's true. Either that or there's a dense teacher teaching dense material. So it's one or the other. Today we're going to be discussing or finishing our discussion of the Westminster Confession of Faith, sections 1.2, and then starting 1.3. We could go, technically speaking, we could go as far as 1.6, although I seriously doubt that that will happen. But in any event, so chapter 1, what does chapter 1 deal with there, Nick? Scripture, that's right. Joey, why do they start with Scripture? Where do other confessions start?
Other confessions often start with God.
They often start with God.
But this being a mature confession, like seeing all those other confessions beforehand, it's felt that it's, because God has chosen to reveal himself.
Right.
Generally, through creation, but specifically through Scripture.
Right. So the question of how do we know God immediately comes up, and the answer is, of course, through the Scriptures, the Old and New Testaments, right? So we have a listing of the books. We won't go over it again in section 1.2. And these are the books that correspond with the books that you will find in your own Bible. Hopefully you have several of them. But the important thing to remember is that 1.3 begins to discuss